we got some really fun aquarium projects going on in the Aquarium main fish basement. Let me take you around and show you what I'm up to. So I can't show you too much of the 2,000 gallon lagoon aquarium because we have a big video coming out on this tank really soon. But here's a sneak peek at the aquascape. Oh my gosh, this tank is going to be amazing. So you guys all know I'm building the 800 gallon cube. We won't go too much into that, but let's just say we're getting a lot of progress and part 3 comes out soon. So let's start right here with the 125 gallon Nano aquarium. So it's saying a Nano aquarium, but the aquascape is going to change. So I am going to get rid of the pothos. I'm going to tear it all out. All the roots, get the glass cleaned up and everything, and rescape this as a planted tank. With submerged plants instead of immersed grown stuff like the pothos, and we're sticking with the little fish and everything. But the deal is I can't really run open tops. I keep building more tanks, and to manage humidity, I have to have them covered. So we're going to have this covered. We don't have a sump or anything, so once we cover it, we'll be good to go. And quite honestly, the light is constantly being blocked by the pothos. I'm always trimming, and not working for me. So we're going to get rid of these plants, and we're going to do this thing fully planted out. And I haven't had a planted, submerged planted tank in quite a while, so I am looking forward to it. And these are the perfect fish for it too, because they are tiny. And it's finally time to move forward with the project on the 4,500 gallon. This is one where anytime I deal with this tank, when I'm done, I'm so happy and it's so enjoyable, but in the process, it's such an undertaking. But if you remember, we're going to leave the big waterfall rock formation, and we are going to remove this big formation right here. We're going to open this up because we're looking to do stingrays, and that would give us about 28 feet of space that would be very suitable for very large adult stingrays. So at any rate, my buddy's going to help me. Skip's coming over, and one of us will be getting inside the aquarium, I imagine me, and the other will be outside, and we'll start handing stuff out. And it's going to get its first big water change because obviously I don't want to go swimming. So yeah, going to have to lower. I think we're going to be taking out 2,000 to 3,000 gallons. We'll be taking that water way down here. So the hot water heater is definitely going to get a workout this weekend. All right, don't judge me. This is very much a work in progress, but I'm going to try my hand at breeding some fish. So this is my beginnings of a little setup here. Obviously, just roughing it out and everything. The stand will be painted. I'm going to be drilling some holes for some plumbing, and it'll be sort of a pass-through system. So the bottom part will be essentially the filter, the reservoir. It'll be full of plants. It'll be lit for those plants. In fact, I might even need to raise this up some to give those floating plants more room. The breeders will be down there, and then I'll basically be taking the eggs and they'll go up into here, and it'll be sort of a pass-through system where water from down there flows into each one of these and then drains back. So at any rate, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time actually since I've actually had like a dedicated breeding station. So it's going to be a little while before we do the big 12-foot tank, which is where this is sitting right now. Give me something to play with in the meantime, and then of course this is very portable, so when the time comes to build a 12-footer, well, if this is successful, we'll relocate it to a new location. If it's not successful, we'll tear it down. So kind of going the opposite direction on the Discus aquarium. So from the 125, we're going to heavily plant the tank, and for the Discus aquarium, we're going to go all hardscape. So what little plants we have, we're going to remove. We're going to put them over the 125, and we are going to focus on actually leaving all the tannins in the water that you see. Of course, I am actually growing out Discus for it right now to add to the stock, but I am also going to be going to the fish store this weekend, and I'm looking for fish that have iridescence, that show up well in that tan environment, you know, basically cardinals and glow lights, various naturally glowing type tetra that I think would be a good fit for these guys. And I don't know why, I just feel like I never have enough cories. So I'm also looking to add some more cories as well. But overall, the 220 Discus tank's doing fine. It's just a matter of sort of beefing the livestock up because it's looking kind of empty. And we got to feed that vegetable plant filter down there. We need the nitrates. And I'm not only looking for some fish for the 220 Discus aquarium, but also still working to build up the Tetra schools in the 1,200 gallon Amazonian Islands build. Man, the plants are doing good. But yeah, we're looking for some specific Tetra schools to fill in down here, and maybe possibly a middle-sized cichlid or smaller cichlid. We'll see what we see at the store, what's available. But yeah, everything looking good in here. Our electric blue Jack Dempsey living large with the boys in the community tank, being nice to everybody. Gotta love it. Also, the streamers on the Sven eyes, they're anything nicer than that. Oh my gosh. And I got to make sure not to disturb the sharks because they are sleeping, and as long as their head is inside the cave, you can't see them. And back behind the 21.5-foot long, 3,000 gallon shark aquarium, it is still nighttime for these boys. Well, I want to bring you back here because for the estuary, we're going to go ahead and take a look and candle all the eggs down here. We've got lots of shark eggs. So according to my notebook, it's getting close for some of them, so it's time to go through an inventory and see what we have, how many are viable, and I don't know if we've got any wigglers in there, so that'll be fun. We'll do that in a future video, and I'll show you what the results are. As well as we have some really cool fish going out in here. They're getting big, so I need to show you those next time as well. And here's a little something for the future. So the demo tank is going to be torn down, which is going to open up this big space here. As you can see, we got rid of a lot of the salt and everything, so this will all this equipment will be cleaned up, moved to the storage shed, and that's going to open up a big space there. And the goal here is to make this aisleway here even wider. So I want to go tighter to the wall, and I want to go in a lot longer. So I'm thinking maybe a 3-tier river system. I don't know, just a thought. So I just recently attended the Keystone Clash, and I got a lot more stickers for the sticker wall right down here that I need to add to the collection above. It's going to be awesome when we have the sticker wall built from floor to ceiling, right in between the Asian Jungle Aquarium and the Lake Malawi 750 Lake Malawi Aquarium. So let's actually just take a quick look at the Lake Malawi Aquarium. I have an awesome list. You guys helped me with, you gave me a lot of good ideas. I researched all the fish. I have my short list, and to get them at about the size of this guy here, that sort of 3 to 4 inch. A lot of them are quite pricey online, so I am actually going to a big fish store this weekend, and so one of the things on my list is to see if any of the African cichlids, which are all haps and peacocks, because we want to diversify this tank with size, shape, and especially color, i.e. no more yellow. And also looking to have some fish eaters to keep the Mbuna population in check. But sorry, to get back to it, is I want to see if they have any there. And if I'm going to, kind of the prices I'm seeing online remind me of the prices I would see at the fish store. So unless that's changed, I'd rather just go ahead and get one that's already colored up, sized up, all that kind of stuff, if it's the same price. If I'm wrong and prices have changed at the fish store, and the reason online is more than it used to be is because everything's more than it used to be, and then obviously I'll have that information, and I'll go ahead and put the order in online and get all the ones I want at one time. But I'm really loving this tank. I just want more diversification in size. I want some of those big haps in there to really offset the sort of the shape and size difference I have right now. And then also, like I said, majorly diversifying the color. But overall, I really enjoy the heck out of this tank. I mean, just how African cichlids, they're not bothered by anything, such aggressive feeders and the bright colors. They're sweet fish. I really like them. While we're here, take a quick look at the Asian Jungle Aquarium, the 600 gallon. Everything's going great in terms of the fish and everything like that. It's really just the two things that I really need to work out to make this tank, I think, really shine. One is working on adjusting the filter system down below to really, really handle fine particulate in the water. There's always kind of some particles in the water. This tank is so deep front to back that it really obscures you from seeing back there. It's even in person, I mean, it's better than on video, but it's just not the clarity of all my other tanks whatsoever. And then if I could go back in time, I chose a substrate that's just too close in color to the wood and everything, so there's not a lot of contrast. So I am toying with the idea of maybe adding some white or black sand to completely offset the color difference, or at least in the front, you know, area here, all of this area. You can't really see it as much in the back, so it's not really an issue, or up on the sides there. So just a thought, but those are the two things. So I think better contrast with this part of the substrate that you can see, and getting rid of all those little particles. It's really nuts. This tank does such a great job of not growing algae on the glass and everything. It's pretty well balanced with all the Siamese algae eaters, all the plants, the fact that we have a big vegetable filter back there. That part's so balanced. The fish is so balanced, like no aggression. You have all these barbs and everything. It's just perfect. And then to have, like I said, the fine particles everywhere, just destroying the water clarity. It's a killer. So I got to get that worked out. So yeah, we got a lot going on, but actually that's the way I like it, because I love it down here. I look forward to coming down, working in the fish basement every time I can. Never gets old to me. What can I say? I love this hobby. I'm pumped up. I'm pumped because my buddy Skip's coming down this weekend. He's going to give me a hand with the 4,500 gallon. That's going to be awesome, opening that up and doing that first big water change. We'll get all that on video. And of course, you know, you got part 3 for the 800 gallon build coming really soon. We've got the debut of the lagoon aquarium with the fish going in and all that. So there's a couple big banger videos coming real soon. Plus we're going to a big fish store this weekend. So all of my, well, all but one of my grow out tanks are empty. So time to stock those guys back up and have some future tetras and other cichlids and everything for the 220 Discus and the Amazonian Islands 1,200 gallon. And I know some of you might be thinking, what about the 1,200 gallon Lake Tanganyika tank? I haven't forgotten about it. We're still working on it. We'll show progress videos on that. And then of course, once all the saltwater fish move over to the lagoon aquarium, that opens up that whole system. It's gonna get redone. So no shortage of cool things going on. And we saw a little glimpse of a future cool thing with that big wall river system. That's in the future, something to look forward to. And of course, we'll see how that breeding operation goes. If it goes well, then I'll reconstitute it in a more permanent location, and that of course open up that other 12-foot build there. So we're future-proof for stuff to do. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, a lot of cool projects, so stay tuned and look out for those bangers coming the next couple weeks. Part 3 in the lagoon aquarium coming out real soon.